Welcome to Tammy's Maths. It's miscellaneous. So now you have lot of collections in miscellaneous which will be very helpful for your advance. Not only for advance, it is mathematics. So when you read it, it will be useful for any exam in mathematics. This is for students, it's for faculties, it's for lovers of maths, it's for people who like to learn new things. Well, let's see this. Show C0 plus C4 plus C8 and so on is equal to 2 to the power of n by 2 minus 1 cos n pi by 4 plus 2 to the power of n minus 2. C0 and all binomial coefficients. C0 nc0, C1 nc1, C2 nc2, C3 nc3, C4 nc4 and so on. All binomial coefficients they are. The question which generally students ask, and I have only one answer to that, ma'am, is this question difficult? It's a very difficult question to answer because what is difficult for one child is very easy for the other child. It depends on your acquaintance in the question. It depends on how much you know about it. So everything is varying from individual to individual. But regarding binomial, I can just suggest you one thing. There are so many relationships between the binomial coefficients, and generally questions are asked on that. You can have comprehension, you can have more than one correct. So many questions could be framed in that. That is the linkage between binomial coefficients. So it's easy or tough, depends on how much you are friendly with the binomial coefficient. Now let us make it friendly, What are we going to do? Let us consider, this is the question. So we are going to have the solution for that. Let us consider 1 plus I whole power n. Again, ma'am, why do you consider that? How to know we will consider that? All depends on your practice. All depends on how many questions you have worked. Isn't there a lot of difference between somebody who has worked 50 questions and somebody who has worked only 5 questions? The more and the more and the more you involve yourself into this, you will have a good knowledge about the question. I think that's the only answer I can give. Consider 1 plus I whole power n. A small clue I will give you. Because of this cos n pi by 4, I will consider that. That's a clue. And you will grasp the clue and all only with practice. 1 plus I whole power n. C0, that's 1 plus C1 into I plus C2 into I square plus C3 into I cube plus C4 into I power 4 and so on. Now, 1 plus I is a complex number in the Cartesian form. How am I going to put it in the polar form because cos is there, no? Let this be equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Equate the real part and the imaginary part. R cos theta is 1 and r sin theta is also 1. Square and add both. R square, cos square theta plus sin square theta. That will be 1 will be, so r will be root 2. Divide one by the other. Tan theta is 1, so theta is pi by 4. So we will have 1 plus I is equal to root 2 into cos of pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4. Polar form. Polar form of the complex number. So now we will have this as, we will have this side as this side will be now root 2 into cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4 whole power n is equal to C naught plus C1i. I square is minus 1 minus C2. This is I square into I minus C3. This is I power 4, that is plus 1. It will go like that. C3i. You equate the real part. You can ask me, can I equate the imaginary? Yes, you can. If it works. If it doesn't work, we have to equate the real part. You can do so many things when you see a mathematical problem. Okay, even the wrong thing you do before going to exam when you are practicing, it will teach you a lot. So this will be now 2 to the power of n by 2. Apply d morphos for this. Cos n pi by 4 plus I sin n pi by 4. Okay students, okay viewers, this is, what is the real part here? C naught minus C2 plus C4 and so on. This is the real part. Equate the real part is equal to this. That is 2 to the power of n by 2 cos n pi by 4 is equal to C naught minus C2 plus C4 and all that. So now I will be using this and something else afterwards. So let me write it neatly and I hope everybody understood and I hope you feel very interested. The interest in the subject. Working it without getting bored. There should not be anything called boring. There should not be a word in your dictionary which is saying I am tired. These two things are not there. Only such people achieve. And we want to achieve now. You're all young, energetic. So let the energy be used in a wonderful way for you to achieve things. Keep it there. Call it something. Now, you will be finding that I will be doing all things that you know wonderfully well. But all the things that you know wonderfully well, how you combine it, how you assemble it, how you put them together to get the answer in a wonderful way so that I am in a very top position in an exam. Okay, that's the happiness of a student and that's the happiness of a teacher who delivers to you. Now, let that be there, call it A. Now look here. 1 plus x whole power n. C naught plus C1x plus C2x squared plus C3x cubed plus C4 you write. More than that not needed. Put Ex equal to 1. You can put anything you like. Put x equal to 1. C naught. This you know actually. No. Put x equal to minus 1. 1 minus 1, 0. C naught minus C1. You're getting x equal to minus 1. No, this is square. No. Very lovely, lovely, lovely is coming. Add these two. Add these two. Add these two. 2 power n plus 0, 2 power n. 2 C naught. So 2 outside C naught. This gets cancelled. 2 C2. 2 C4. So now divide both sides by 2. 2 to the power of n minus 1 is C naught plus C2 plus C4 and so on. Now have this. You call it B. I will write this below that. I will write this below this. When you are practicing at home now, a very legible way you write and you understand all the steps, then things will be very excellent when you are practicing at home. When you are practicing at home, it's the problems concept that we concentrate to understand it well. But when you're doing an exam, we wanted to do fast and we want to get the answer. In an exam, it's different. When you're practicing at home, it's different. You have a good way to practice at home. Your exam hall is a wonderful place. Then plus C4, call it B. Call it B. Now, add these two, add these two, add these two. Fine. C0, C0, 2 C0. This will get cancelled. Plus C4. Obviously, next will be C8 because see the difference is 4, 4, no? Next will be C8. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. So, by 2 means it will go to the top. How do you feel? How do you feel? We have finished the question. It's so wonderful. It's so exciting. Is it tough? You only should tell me. Is it easy? I don't know. You only should tell me. Everything depends on the individual. So, binomial. Surely questions will be there. And the relationship between the coefficients. Some are very common, which you're supposed to know, like C0 plus C1 plus C2, that's equal to 2 power n, you know. But this is beyond that. So we have finished all this and celebrate the question, work it, and I'll meet you in the next video with more interesting questions. Till then, have an excellent learning.